Tell them bum ass bitches to play they role. She see my sexy ass every time she scroll. I got it in the can. Doe, your career gonna be with Anna Nicole. Welcome to episode 12 of PYNK Talk. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am hungover. But that's gonna make this episode so much more fun. What's the issue? Anywho, I was scrolling on TikTok and came across. There I go again. I was scrolling on TikTok and I came across a video of a woman. She's in her car and she's driving. And she's talking about basically, and there are reportedly 19,500 new cases of HIV. I'm in Atlanta. That really alarmed me because I don't know what's going on for that to be happening. Actually, I do. And we're going to break all of that down here right now. There's so many moving pieces to this topic that I can get into that I'm going to break down. The first one is, why are y'all having sex unprotected? Why? Now, if you are in a relationship, that's on you. Like, of course, you want to feel every inch of your partner. When you love somebody, you just want to, that's yours. That's it. It's not going nowhere. It's not considered to be nobody else's. But being that I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, to you cheating ass motherfuckers, man or woman actually, why aren't you simply just strapping up and being safe and protecting yourself and your partner? Like, if you're going to step out, why don't you have the decency to do that? Today, especially in today's day and age, but also really in Atlanta since I moved to Atlanta, like, and mind you, there's, people are horny everywhere. So I'm not even just going to put that on Atlanta. But there is considerable, like, people be fucked out and freaked out up here. I'm sorry. Like, it's like insatiable. Like, I remember when I first moved here, just how the men approach women, it really took me aback because, like, as if I'm just, like, gonna fuck you off rip. Like, I was offended a lot. Even now to this day, like, I get offended because it's like, men out here expect you just to be fucking off rip and just to be like, whatever y'all bitches out here putting out there like that, like, that's, like, cool and stuff like that. It's not you a hoe. Like, you need to calm that shit down. You need to find Jesus. Get that Jezebel spirit off you, because that is a fucking spirit that you have on you. And it's insane and it's offensive. So that I knew then. I was like, there's a standard here where you gotta, like, people, like, a man expects you to fuck ASAP. I feel like men expect that everywhere, but it's something about up here where it's just like, oh, like, it's something about it. It's just so, like, calm down. Like, oh my God. Like, you get so offended by a man trying to holler at you because it's lusty. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. What the fuck? Yeah, even the women, so I knew the women put out a lot more easier here than they do in Miami as well. Mind you, there are there are hoes everywhere. I don't want people in Atlanta to get up in arms with me, but me being from Miami, I'm sorry. Hey, it's some slurs up here. Like, it really, really is. Like, proud slurs up here. Good for y'all. Whatever. I'm saying that to say this. It should not be like this because, especially, I noticed, like, the cheating is so rampant. Like, I've been told, like, stories, like, horror stories of, like, incessant cheating and this partner and that partner unprotected, passing around STDs, and it's just so insane. And I feel like Atlanta, being that it's the black mecca, it's still considered the black mecca to me, no matter how many white people are gentrifying it day by day. And I feel like we're not holding ourselves up to a respectable manner. And I just want people to understand that as simple as going to fucking CVS and getting you a condom, it's very simple like that. Like me, I personally, I want to strap it up because I am not going on birth control. To my future husband, It's been a while, and I'm saving it for you basically, because I I can't. Why are y'all so horned out? It's really interesting to me. That's the culture in Atlanta, and it's just, I'm not shocked and I'm not surprised, but at the same time, it's so disheartening because like here is such a need for validation here, and one of the highest like forms of it is through sexual gratification. I feel like it's the damn phones. I really do. It's social media. It's baddies. It's all type of shit where people are so influenced to the point of where you need to have sex with somebody in order to keep them, or you need to be sexually exploited to keep them. No, you don't. Have to get back to where sexual tension is like the sexiest thing that you could like participate in, because there should not be, off of it being August alone, 19,500 new cases of HIV. Now, what I am going to do is fact check this, because we can't believe everything somebody is saying just because they said it on TikTok. Like, I want to be able to give y'all accurate information here. Now, we're going to look up HIV cases in Georgia 2025. Okay, y'all. It says this: in 2025, Georgia continues to grapple with a high rate of new HIV diagnosis. A study by CDC data indicates that Georgia has a rate of 23.1 reported cases per 100,000 residents, which is the highest in the United States. That's the highest in the U.S., period. This rate is more than double the national average. The situation is particularly concerning in metropolitan Atlanta, where all the poppin' shit is, which had the third highest HIV diagnosis rate among U.S. Metropolitan areas. That's awful. That's really terrible, because, let's not act like it's a secret. There is a very large DL population here in Atlanta. Mind you, it's everywhere, and not saying that gay men are solely responsible for whatever, the LGBTQ community is responsible for these things happening. What I'm saying is there's a lot of underhanded and undercover situations happening. I just uncovered people cheating in relationships, and now I'm about to uncover this, and just general promiscuity. But there are people just living like having sex with this one and this one and that one and this one and that one and this one, and keeping it a secret, and then not really checking to see if they have anything to pass on to people that people just genuinely don't want. And it's very unfortunate because, I can see how you would be pulled into something like that, where it's like, you trust this person with your whole body and your soul or your safety or whatever, and they turn around and, give you something all because they're also careless with themselves. It's really disheartening, this whole thing and this whole discussion, because I honestly just blame also today's day and age and today's culture in terms of our music, entertainment, in terms of even how we conduct ourselves, even in public, even our restaurants. Everything is very, I'm sorry to say this, but very low vibrational. Even going to a restaurant in Atlanta, it's like, why does it always feel like I'm walking into like a dungeon? It's always like dark. There's this loudest music playing that is affecting my lower chakra in the most like craziest way. Like, it's just always so like, just like, I don't know a restaurant where it just feels like it's very light. Even Toast on Linux. I love Toast on Linux. It's one of my favorite places to go to. The food is amazing. And the drinks are like, it's a 10/10 experience. But if it was just quieter, it's so sexed up. It really truly is. It's very lusty. It's very low vibrational. People need all this consistent validation all the time. And I'm telling y'all, sex is the number one form here. And what's underneath any facades or anything like that doesn't truly matter anymore. And that's very concerning, because what are we going to leave for our children of the future? Like, what is going to be for them? I know, for one thing, I want to raise my babies to have the utmost self-esteem, where they don't ever feel like that they have to validate themselves sexually with anybody, man or woman. And because it leads me to think of like how the men are feeling right now, because let's be honest, a lot of men today, they seek that validation through, sex. They might not have much to offer in other areas, so they offer sex and just offer the physicality of everything. You're having sex with this one and that 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 one to feel like you're filling up a void, and when you're not just working on yourself. And that's very concerning to me. Even with the women, you're running from something, you're trying to fill up a void, and so you're running from this man, that man, this man, that man, this man, that man, this man, that man. And you either could be doing it out of survival reasons, you could be doing it out of low self-esteem, you could be doing it off of so many other reasons, but either way, it's just fucking bad. I'm disappointed right now, and that's the thing. I don't want to single us out as black people, but I do have to single us out as black people, because currently also, black women, we do have the highest rates of HIV. I'm going to look that up just to confirm. See, black women, listen, let me tell you something. Listen to this. Black women in the United States face a disproportionate burden of HIV diagnosis compared to other racial ethnic groups. Black women, listen to me. We don't need to be a vessel for whether man or woman, whatever sexual orientation you are. You don't need to be a vessel for somebody to make themselves feel good via sex. You are so much more worth than your body, than how good your pussy is, or anything like that. You're so much more worth than that. And also, that's the thing. I don't know what's going through the mind of a lot of this rampant ass behavior. I don't understand it. But listen, black women accounted for the largest share of new HIV diagnosis among women, 50%. Also, the highest rate of new diagnosis, 19.2 per 100,000 population. The rate of new HIV diagnosis among black women was 10 times higher than that of white women. Black women accounted for the majority of deaths of any cause among women diagnosed with HIV, and that's 57%. HIV was the ninth leading cause of death for black women ages 25 to 34. We have to be safer and more responsible with our bodies. And that's where this all is going to tie into self-love and just being knowledgeable and having discernment. And I talk about these things all the time on my channel. Our men, let me get on y'all real quick. Where do y'all rank in this? Because that's saying a lot. This is saying multiple things at one time. Because let's be honest, how often are men really going to the doctor and getting tested? How many men really do truly have PCPs? Women are more likely to go to the doctor and get tested and have PCPs due to the fact that we have vaginas. We want to make sure, are we pregnant? We want to make sure if we have check on any fibroid issues, thyroid issues, anything like that. Anything vaginal related, we're going to go get it checked out, because we are it's a very sensitive topic and subject matter and caring for when you have a vagina. It says a lot that women do get tested more, but the fact that we're the highest is very concerning, because it's like, men, you guys are more prone to sleeping around. Let's not act stupid with that. Men are more likely to sleep around than women are. Now listen, based on available data on HIV cases in the United States, here's a ranking related to black men. In some important contexts, black men have the highest rate of new HIV diagnosis among all racial, ethnic, and gender groups, with a rate of 66% 0.3 per 100,000. This rate is significantly higher than white men. Black men who have sex with men in MSM face a particularly high risk as well, with an estimated lifetime risk of 1 in 3. Fellas, tighten up. Put a condom on. And if you're broke and you're like, oh, well, I can't afford one, I know she ain't fucking nobody, I've been putting it down, I've been locking that shit down. Don't trust that bitch. Like, what the fuck? The way things are going, people are so, like, they feel so low in themselves right now. They'll do anything to seek that validation. People will have sex with anybody. Like, people, do you know people are out here having revenge sex? People are out here having sex just to spite you with somebody they don't even want or even attracted to in the first place. People are really out here doing that. And it's so fucked up. It's just like, strap up. Go buy some condoms. If your dick is too small, Durex, isn't Durex like the small dick for small dicks? If it's Magnums, if it's Skin, whatever it is, get a condom. Get a condom. Honestly, at this point, with our day and age right now, with these cases and stuff like that, and even STD rates, how many people are truly practicing celibacy? I have been practicing it for quite some time now. It's just, I don't feel safe or comfortable with anybody. Like, I really honestly, I hope my future husband is out there strapping it up, whatever he's doing, because I already know I'm going to be with a hoe that want to change his life. I just hope he's like, you know, strapping up and protecting himself, because that's just crazy. Like, baby, don't be out here doing that. Don't be out here doing that shit. Don't raw dog nothing. Don't raw dog nothing, because you got to make sure you able to marry me and function and shit like that. It's just really concerning for our future, because are people also even really truly educated on HIV and AIDS? Like, do people really know how you can contract it, and that not all the symptoms are visible on your body? Like, this is not the 80s anymore, y'all. Like, people are not gonna have like lesions on them and stuff like that. People are gonna be pooping black poop or whatever may have you, and not tell you, and don't even know why they're pooping black poop, and keep pooping black poop. And I heard from someone's experience of that before as a symptom, so that's why I mentioned the black poop. Yeah, some people will have these symptoms and you will never know it. But let's get into the HIV symptoms. I'm going to go through symptoms in women, because let's be honest, we do have different parts. We do have to know what's for us and what isn't for us. So with ladies, I'm going to start with you first. Now, in women, HIV infection can manifest with various symptoms, including menstrual irregularities, menstrual irregularities, recurrent vaginal infections, and other flu-like symptoms. Ooh, flu-like. Early symptoms may resemble flu-like illness with a fever, fatigue, and muscle aches. As the infection progresses to AIDS at stage 3 HIV, symptoms can include rapid weight loss, persistent fever or night sweats, and extreme fatigue, and neurological symptoms such as muscle and joint pain, sore throat and mouth sores, swollen lymph nodes, rash, night sweats, diarrhea, painful intercourse, meningitis or other opportunistic infections, increased risk of certain cancers, for example, cervical cancer. Now, these are a lot of symptoms. And being that we go around, we have COVID and things like that, and it's flu season or whatever. If you feel irregular, go get your blood work done and go get checked for everything, including your STD and infection panel, so you can ensure that you are not contracting and harboring this disease and is dormant in you. Just always get tested, even if you're not experiencing any symptoms, because believe it or not, HIV can also be asymptomatic. So you won't have a lick of any of these symptoms, but you might just be having it. So yeah, don't do that. And that's the thing. men will gauge having sex with women off of, well, she doesn't look sick, she's beautiful, she's clean, I don't think she has that many bodies, I'll just have sex with her raw. That's the dumbest thing y'all can do. Like, that is not smart, fellas. That's not smart. And even women, whatever your sexual orientation is, just saying, oh, I don't see any sores or any weirdness or da da da. That's not safe. People are asymptomatic around here, like, and they won't have any symptoms. So you have to be sure that they're tested for tried and true to be negative of any diseases. Okay. Now, HIV symptoms in men. Early symptoms, that's 1 to 2 weeks of infection. Fever, fatigue, swollen lymph nodes, sore throat, headache, muscle aches, night sweats, and a rash. And ARS, now that's an acute retroviral syndrome. Flu-like symptoms that can last for several weeks, diarrhea, nausea, weight loss, and oral thrush. So that's like all in the back of your tongue and stuff. Like it'll be white, like yeasty and thick on your tongue and around your like your throat and stuff. Nasty. Like it's just you can tell like what an oral thrush is. Later symptoms as well, fellas, are persistent fatigue, reoccurring infections, genital ulcers, anal pain, erectile dysfunction, breast enlargement in some men. So men, you guys do carry estrogen as well, but just as a very low dosage, I'll say, as women do. But your breasts will get your titties will get big if you fuck around and get HIV. Now, the Kaposi sarcomosa, that means skin lesions. So I don't know if you guys seen the movie The Normal Heart, which everyone should take a look at on HBO. It's with Mark Ruffalo and Julia Roberts. But those were the first like signs back then at the time. People had like skin lesions on them. And they looked like as if somebody punched them really hard and they had like a mark on them. But basically stuff like that. So not all men with HIV will experience symptoms, especially in early stages. It's essential just to get tested if you think you have been exposed to it. Basically, getting informed and getting the knowledge on how you can also contract it and what are the symptoms to look for. Like, don't just look on the outside and just expect like they ain't fucking nobody, I don't think, or they don't have no disease. They're very clean. Like, I heard that she mentioned that she was going to the doctor. Or I heard he said he was going to go see his doctor. No. People need to start going and getting tested together. Even friends. Friends, it's okay to go get tested together. Like, if you trust that, you don't want anything, like, you trust your friend that you're with and you don't want anything odd out there, I think more friends should encourage each other to get tested. We do not need to be passing around this really disheartening disease to other people. Like, just be more mindful and just go get checked. Go to the clinic. Get you, I don't know how much it is at the clinic, what, $25, whatever. Go get it done. Go get done. They have HIV. Hold on. Let me look this up. Because I know for a fact they have at-home HIV self-tests, $45 from CVS, $26 from Medic Supply. I can DoorDash one right now for $45. It's an $89 one for STIs. Like, it's so simple. And the fact that people are just being so careless and just like all willy-nilly about who they're having sex with, what they having sex with. I don't know. I sound so like, it's this hair, y'all. It's this hair. Like, I gotta teach the youth. Like, don't be so willy-nilly with your body. Don't be so just gung-ho with, I trust this person and they're clean, don't do that. Like, 2 fingers, the people that I've had unprotected sex with. Because I don't play that shit. Like, condom. And those were 2 people I didn't mind, like, in case I were to be pregnant or something like that. Like, so that's why I made that decision. But even then, that wasn't good either. You know what I mean? Because I could probably be sitting up, after that and had HIV. Because I didn't know either. But that was my mindset at that time. Like, oh, I wouldn't mind, like, having a baby if it would come to that with them. I wouldn't mind that, like, truly. but I could literally count on literally 2 fingers. That's it. Like I don't play that shit. Like I've never had an STD. Like I'm very careful with condoms because that scares me. HIV is scary. Like it's so scary. Like the thought of it, like that don't scare y'all. Like that don't scare y'all. Like when y'all just like riding this one, riding that one, riding this one, riding. That don't be like frightening y'all like about like AIDS and HIV. Like it that puts a sentence on your life. And that's the thing, like people judge Tamar Braxton for saying that more women should be on PrEP. And I've even was like, that's actually a good idea that more women should get on PrEP. Like it shouldn't just be relegated to the LGBTQ community, because we should just be more responsible with our bodies and stop looking for so much physical validation, and sexual validation and sexual gratification to make ourselves feel better. And this is why we have to get into self-esteem and get into self-love. Do things that propel you into a different future, and do things that occupy you in another way. Like, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, we got to get back into the sexual tension of things. Like, I can tell y'all motherfuckers don't be having real chemistry. Y'all don't be having real chemistry with people, because sexual tension is like, it's not easy to come by in terms of like where you and a person got true chemistry and y'all got true tension like that. Y'all don't be having it because y'all just be fucking anybody. And y'all need to get back to feeling that with somebody, because that is so, I'm telling you, like, it's nothing like it. It really, truly isn't. I really want us to be safe, and I really want us to, be mindful about who we're laying down with, who we're around, who we're getting tangled up with, because then you'll end up with a life sentence that you didn't even want to have in the first place. And just being more responsible. You don't need to look outside to the next person and look for that next hit of dopamine that you're going to get from having sex with somebody. Don't do that. It's not worth it in the end. It's never going to be worth it in the end. And at the end of the day, your health and your wealth is your bank account, and it has to be on point. So, we got to be safe out here. Strap up. Get into female condoms. I'm not saying that, we should just all put it solely on the men, but women, carry a condom with you, have condoms in your home, like, and ensuring that you're protecting yourself as well. Don't let no man be like, I ain't got no condom. Don't let them do that. Like, get a condom. I'm telling you, like, because I've only had, and that's the thing with that second one. I wanted to make him go to the store also and go get it, but I was like, he paid the park, so I might as well just, I don't mind him. I wouldn't mind him being a pappy, but that's not a good enough excuse. Like, we have to be careful, ladies, and just practice celibacy. Like, put that into passion projects and things that you want to get done, things that you want to do, and start seeing different results and focusing on yourself. That goes for ladies and men, okay? Fellas, I don't want you to look for physical gratification in the next woman or next man. I want you to actually really truly like get into loving yourself. And you might not feel like you might be enough right now, but don't go get a quick dopamine hit off of having sex with somebody you're probably really not even attracted to in the first place. When you can actually really go and focus and then get somebody that you really care about and really love. Like, don't do that. Like, practice more semen retention, practice more like celibacy, abstinence. We have to make these practices, because people are out here like just don't give a damn about who they pass into. And don't ever get it twisted. There are people out here that will give you a disease out of spite, and you have nothing to do with the person that gave it to them. They're just giving it to you. I have to live with this, so I'm gonna give it to you. There are people out there like that now. It was a man I remember in the news. I think he was called the Gifter or something like that, and he thought of it as giving you the gift of the AIDS. And it's very disheartening that there are people like that are so hurt and willing to just not care about the next person's health and be envious and jealous that a person has a clean bill of health. But you have to be mindful that there are people like that, and you don't want to associate yourself with people like that. So just make sure you're taking care of yourself and you're strapping up and doing the things that you need to do in order so you won't be in a fucked up situation. Like, take care of yourselves, y'all. Like, love yourselves and take care of yourselves. And even me too. Like I said, I've been practicing celibacy for quite some time. And there are times where I got some pressure built up. I could beat a nigga for 45 minutes straight. I be feeling like that some days. I do. But other than that, I think about it and I'm like, you know what? I ain't out here with somebody's untangled, unsure son. So, he could be passing this disease to me and this disease to the next girl and this disease to that person, that person, that person. And, we just have to be more mindful about who we're laying with, who we're associating with, okay? Just be more mindful and careful with that. Because you matter and you're amazing. You're worth it. You don't need anybody to validate that at all. Ever. Okay? Ever in a million years, all right? So fellas, ladies, make sure you're doing some more research on HIV and AIDS and just STDs in general. Also, ensure that you are going to the doctor. Get you a PCP. Get you a little clinic card that you could just go and get checked. Check on yourselves and make sure you're doing good, that you're healthy, and that you're on the right path and you don't have a death sentence to you, okay? Think of it, you have to think more of it as you will die from this. You will up out of here. Over because you couldn't control yourself. Like, nah, that's not the move. Ever. That's never the move. So, be more mindful. Be more careful. And as you'll be watching this episode, I'm going to be out of town in Chicago at the time. So, and check out my Instagram. That's PYNK Siddidy. PYNK And check out my Twitter. PYNK. No, I'm not going to call it X because why? And check out my TikTok too. That's PYNKSIDDITY. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be out of town and living my life and stuff like that, so you can see my views and stuff like that. I'm definitely gonna recommend some spots. And check out my last few episodes, y'all. Like get into the Pink Talk series and Pink Talk phenomenon. Get into the comments. I want to discuss more with y'all. I want to open up the conversations more. I want to get into where we're really discussing matters, whether in life, whether in pop culture, or just black ass culture. Like I want to get into it. So make sure you follow me, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all soon.